Hi to everyone and welcome to the second part of the tutorial about make drum and bass music with the Elektron Model cycles. So the last time we made a simple beat, speaking about layering and other aspect of the sound design of the drum. Today we'll speak about the bass, but first of all I want to make some little changes to the sound. I want to get an higher snare. Okay, one octave higher, with a little more punch, with more sweep. Same with the kick, just a little more punch. Oh, maybe a little less bright using the contour. It's like a filter in this machine. Now I want to make the first bass sound. Here we have the rim shot, but we can switch to another pattern and make some sound from scratch. For the first bass, I want to use the kick machine that is in the first track for default. Okay, first of all, if you want a bass of if you want some kind of bass, because this can be played as bass, you have to activate the hold. Okay, we can okay, that's decay. Now we'll start every again with E. So we need for a noise bass, so we have to search the point when okay, our bass using the shapes add some noise to the sine wave. We can search, okay, more punch, also maybe not too much attack, just to have a difference between bass and kick drum. Okay. Also here is a sort of, the contour is a sort of filter. Okay. We can use also the distortion if you want. Now this is a simple bass. We can now add some LFO. Always sync the LFO with the note in. Okay. Then we can start with this wave, the triangle by default. Now about the destination. Every destination gives a different result. So now I want to make a little I want to show you how the LFO affect the sound if the destination is to all these parameters. On pitch. Okay. it's really drastic, but we can use okay, a lower value. Okay. Fine tuning, the same but less dramatic. Decay doesn't affect so much. Color. Now we need for a higher value. We can hear a movement on the sound. Same with the shape. Different movement. Sweep doesn't change really. Contour. Also a little of movement. Delay and reverb are not useful. And we are now to the distortion. And this is the parameter that I want. Okay. Now we can hear the LFO on the volume. Okay, we can decide to add a little of volume. And set the LFO speed in order to get some triplets-like note. Now we can save it in the 25 folder. Okay. This is our first bass, also if it's named free. Second, using the tone. Allora, the tone needs to be pitched down of 2 octaves. Always activate the hold. Okay, we can start with more volume. Also here you have a distortion by default, but for now this is good. Now we have to search a rich sound. Using the color, that is the tune, I think, of the second operator. Something like that. Okay. Now we have this rich sound. The shape is the parameter that influence the most this kind of bass. Okay, if you put the shape to 0, you get a sine. So we are going to automate this parameter. Again, sync the LFO. The waveform is okay. Destination, shape. Okay. Deep. Off. Okay. And this is another example of bass. Okay, now we can make another bass using always the tone, but with a different color. Okay, again sync the LFO. We are going to make a slower modulation this time. Shape. Okay, now we have to save hold also this one. Okay. In this tutorial, I want to show the way to make some kind of sound. All the techniques that I'm showing you are usable also in different contexts. So this is just the foundation to get a bigger part, a bigger range of sound. These are just example, but with the same LFO, you can use a different machine or a different note, so you can really get a lot of sounds. Anyway, we can return to our rhythm. Okay, now I will load all the bass from 3. Okay, it's we made this bass at I think 120 BPM. So this is 172. Now bass 4. Same here. We have to slow down the LFO. And the last bass here. Okay, now we can put the first note, always starting with E. I'm going to show you a really simple technique that is used in drum and bass to make bass lines. It's called call and response, or question and answer, and it works like a way to put the note. So you start with a bass, maybe for a bar, with one sound. In the second bar, you respond with another sound. It's more simple if I show you. Okay. First of all, I have to make a longer sequence of 64 steps. Okay. Okay. Again, record. We need for the click, just in order to have the pre-count. So I will make a note long like 1 bar. On the first bar, I will leave the second bar empty for another bass, and I will again put another note in the third bar. Okay, simple. Now we can edit the single notes. Length 16, perfect. Also this one. So this is our first bass. Now, before put the other sound, I want to show you a technique to make a little more rich the sounds. The first is using a really short delay. As you can hear, it gives different harmonics to the sound. We have just to bring to 0 the feedback. This is too much. I think 3 is the best value. Okay, this is the sound with the delay and without. It works like unison, a sort of unison. So, same with this. Okay, sounds a little better. We can make something similar with the reverb. The principle is the same. We have to change the tone in order to cut out the bass frequency from the reverb. A little more. Okay, then I will put down the sides to 1. So it's a really short reverb, but it can be useful in order to change our stereo image. So we can have a really mono enclosed bass, a really open one, another one in the middle. So I will okay. I made a mistake. No. I recorded the notes in the wrong position. I want this bass on the second bar. Okay. Now we can edit the notes. Length, it must be if it depends if you want a little silence before the second note or not. In any case, this is monophonic, so if you put another note, the first one stops. I think that a little of silence between the notes can work. Okay. Now with the parameter blocks, we can change the single notes, maybe one with more contour. Maybe a little less. Maybe we can change also the reverse end and make the second note a little closer. Okay. This is an idea. Now we can make the same maybe not the same. Maybe. Okay. Okay, this is an idea. Now we can improve this sequence, adding some other sounds. Now, in the same way we add some hits in the drum using the preset lock, we'll make the same using the bass sound. Now I want one short sound that I already made in the first step, okay? So I can use this bass, the noise bass, because it starts here. I can use this second tracks, the second bass track, the track 5. Okay, sorry, I made some mistakes and I changed the sound, but I've restored the old sequence. Now I will try again. So we have to put one note, then okay, then change and put the bass 2. Okay, now in theory, okay, we got the right note. It's just the wrong note. We get, okay, E4. Okay, it's a simple short sounds. I can show you from here. I made some different bass sounds using always the same technique. This is the sound that I just load. Okay, now Okay. Okay, now our loop sounds like this. Okay, maybe I can add another bass note at the end of the sequence. Okay. I can put it simply using the step sequencer. So I need for a E5, so the octave higher. It must belong to, we can try with two. No, 2 octaves, so 4, sorry. Maybe with a little of silence before, so I will put at 3.65. Okay, this is. Now, I want a faster LFO in this note, but just in this one. So I will use the parameter lock. Okay, maybe a little more. Okay, this add a little more movement to the sequence. So this is an example of what you can do with drum and bass and Elektron Model cycles. Again, I'm sorry for my English, that is not my main language. I'm Italian, but I'm trying to improve. Thank you for watching my videos, and I'm thinking about a series of tutorial like this, maybe another about intro and the creation of atmosphere, and maybe another about a little of music theory, like how to write a drum and bass pattern. That is not the things I done. I simply showed you my way to make sound design, but I will make something about music theory in the future. So thank you for watching, and see you for the next tutorial.